If you're sitting there looking at a picture of a pig, that is exactly why your friend is so excited. Well, not exactly, but definitely part of the reason why your friend is so excited. The real reason your friend is excited is because they're excited to show you a company called World Ventures. If you haven't heard of World Ventures yet, that's okay. World Ventures is a global company that has become known as the Great Experience Company. And the way that they're doing that is very simple. We've created a banner called You Should Be Here. We think you should take this banner and go all over the planet, just like the guy there in the photo with the You Should Be Here sign between his toes. In fact, when you enroll in our membership today, we're going to go ahead and give you a You Should Be Here sign, and we want to see the craziest You Should Be Here photo that you can create. You see, this sign that World Ventures has created is going all over the planet, and we're trying to create experiences for everyone. For example, how would you like to hang upside down on a zip line saying "You should be here" and have that be your picture on your desk at your office? Or maybe you want to go on a zip or a jetpack water contraption saying "You should be here." For some people it looks amazing. Or maybe you want to go on a whitewater rafting trip, or maybe you want to sit on the back of a tiger if you're brave enough with your sign and say "You should be here." Maybe you just want to hang out with Spider-Man with your sign. There are people, this is a family company. We want to make sure that you and your spouse have the You Should Be Here sign wherever you go. Maybe you want to go to Napa Valley, or maybe you want to go all over the planet to Paris or to the Caribbean on a cruise with your spouse. Or maybe you want to take your You Should Be Here sign with your kids and go to Disney World or Wisconsin Dells or things like that. Maybe you want to take your You Should Be Here sign, you want to travel to the Caribbean and do all-inclusive and get pictures taken with your friends. Or maybe you want to take your You Should Be Here sign and sit on the cruise ship. In fact, that cruise ship right there is a sample of the cruises that we do. World Ventures is a vacation club, and what we do is you can go on that cruise every single month for only $69. You can stand on the front of that boat with your You Should Be Here sign, just like Leonardo DiCaprio did in Titanic. Here's some more things that we'd love to do. The heart of our company is all about giving back. For example, one of the trips that we do all the time, in fact, we do it monthly, is a trip to Guatemala and third world countries where we help build bottle schools. And the way that works is very simple. If you would like to give back your time, you can go to these third world countries, and you can then help them build these schools. And the way that happens is we take bottles off the street, we take trash off the street, and we fill the bottles with the trash. We then insulate the schoolhouse and build bottles with we build schools with the bottles. In fact, here's what happens. These kids right here, they go to school in that schoolhouse now instead of going to school underneath a tree. So we're trying to change the world one school at a time. In fact, here's our owner of our company right here, Wayne Nugent, at one of our Finnish schools saying, "You should be here." We want to help those kids, again, get the education that they deserve as well. Another big thing that we love to do is help people cross things off their bucket list. Here, for example, is the top of a hotel in Singapore. Maybe you should be there. That's on your bucket list. Or Paris. Maybe you want to sit on the back of an elephant. Or go to Rome and go to the Colosseum. That is definitely on my bucket list. Or maybe you just want to put an octopus on your head. I don't know what speaks to you, but how fun would it be to have that photo on your desk or on your mantle if you wanted to do something like that? Do those things, again, on that bucket list before we proverbially kick the bucket. Our You Should Be Here sign is going all over the place. Even celebrities love our sign. There's P. Diddy, there's Carrot Top, there's the country singer Jason Aldean, seen at the Super Bowl. This is Rascal Flatts saying with their You Should Be Here sign. Here, in fact, is our World Ventures has gotten so large that we've actually sponsored a NASCAR car, and that's our driver, Robert Richardson Jr. He's holding his You Should Be Here sign at Daytona. But the thing that really, really speaks to all of us, including myself, and is at the very, very core of our company is kids. We think that we want to bring the kids and have the really cool experiences that they deserve as well. And so we want, people like to bring their kids like this little guy on his surfboard saying, "You should be here." What would that memory be worth to you? Or what would that picture be worth to you to have your son or daughter holding their very first, or standing on their very first surfboard saying, "You should be here"? Or maybe you just want to have your kids playing in the hot tub at the all-inclusive resort. But last, certainly not least, is we want to make sure that all of the kids get their You Should Be Here sign. So there's one for the very, very young, which is pretty cool. So how does all this work? How are we going to get you having these type of experiences in your life? Well, it's very simple. Our company has a product called Dream Trips, and Dream Trips has literally revolutionized the travel industry. And the way it works is very, very simple. We can get you out and having those type of experiences, those 4 and 5-star vacations, and we can do that at a very, very discounted rate, because here's what we do. We buy travel in bulk in the very, very similar way to the way Costco and Sam's Club buys Cheetos and peanut butter and folding chairs. What we do is we bulk buy buy travel. So instead of buying a million folding chairs at Sam's Club, what we do is we go out and we buy mass quantities of travel. So we may go to a cruise ship, for example, and say we want to take 500 cabins on your cruise. When we do that, that's how we get the $69 rate. And we do that, again, almost 1,000 trips in 2012. Any kind of trips, sports trips, hunting trips, spa trips, golf trips. If you want to go to the south, the east, the west, the north, you want to go to Europe, or you want to go to Africa, you want to go to Japan, all different kinds of dream trips all over the planet. And what's really cool is the company takes care of all the reservations and planning. Now, one really awesome advantage to our Dream Trips program is the Dream Trips Price Promise. And here's how it works. If you go out and you simply book a vacation, let's say you book a trip to the Kentucky Derby with you and your family, if you can find that trip anywhere on the internet cheaper within 7 days, we'll still send you to that Kentucky Derby trip and we'll refund your entire booking fee. In fact, that's how confident we are with our pricing. Now, to expand this a little bit further, here's some examples of prices of our trips. Here's Las Vegas, Nevada for $179 per person, 5 days, 4 nights. Just incredible. $529 for an 8-day, 7-night all-inclusive to Riviera Maya. There's Vancouver, Canada. West Palm Beach, Florida, $229. Unbelievable savings. In fact, you could potentially save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on each dream trip that you decide to go on. But the real question is, how are we going to get you on all these trips? Because people say, well, Jeremy, I don't have the one simple thing that I need to go on these trips. And what's always that one thing that people need so they could take those vacations and experience those type of life-changing experiences? It's one thing: money. So what World Ventures did is very simple. We created a piggy bank for you. And the way our piggy bank works is fantastic. And here's how. The first thing you're going to get is a website called Rovia. And all Rovia is a booking engine. Now, what it looks like is just like this. In the bottom left-hand corner, would be your website. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can see where it says Search Travel. You can see there you can book flights, hotels, cars, excursions, cruises, anything that you want to book, you can book right there on your left-hand side. And when you do that, when you go out to your website and you purchase travel from your own website, here's what World Ventures is going to do. They're going to take a portion of that booking and put it into your travel piggy bank. Wow, when I heard this, I was blown away, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to take those vacations and afford those vacations, but the problem was I never set aside the money to do it. I didn't set up a separate savings account to do that. World Ventures does that for us. Now, another cool thing about the website is you also have an online mall. So you can go online through your website and book it on over 900 different retailers, Best Buy, Target, all the different retailers you already shop at now. But instead of buying on their website, you can buy through yours on their website. And when you do, a portion of that also gets placed into your piggy bank. Now, to finish this off, when I saw this membership, I was expecting it to be thousands and thousands of dollars, because that's how much I've saved in all the trips that I've gone on. However, it wasn't thousands and thousands of dollars. It was only $200 for my initial fee and $55 a month. And so I thought, wow, I'm all in. I'm in for sure, because I was expecting it to be much, much, much more. But then they said, well, Jeremy, here's the great thing. The $200 that you pay to enroll into the vacation membership or into World Ventures, we're simply going to take that $200 and the $55 a month, and we're going to put that into your piggy bank as well. Not a portion of it, the entire amount. So your $200, for example, for enrolling today, you could take that $200 and literally as soon as you enroll today, you could simply go out there and you could book a trip just like that Las Vegas trip tonight. So pretty amazing thing. So I'm not going to call this a no-brainer, but if it isn't, I certainly don't know what is. Now, this membership is such a great membership that World Ventures wanted to give us the opportunity to share this with others. Now, so you can sell this membership to your friends, because why wouldn't you? You'd want to bring your friends along with you on all these fantastic vacations. And if you choose to do that, it's $100 once and $11 a month to do that. The great thing is, if you decide that you want to refer 4 people to World Ventures, we'll simply just waive your fees. We will waive both your membership to the Dream Trips program, and we will also waive your membership waive a representative $11 a month as well. If you enroll 6 people into the membership, we will go ahead and we'll pay you $570 with all of the bonuses included. So all of the bonuses added together, as soon as you refer 6 people to the program, you'll receive $570 in cash. Now, here's what's cool. As soon as you refer 20 people to the membership, you then qualify for a $600 per month BMW. Now, the way that works is very simple. That does not have to be you referring 20 people to World Ventures. That could be you refer 4 people to World Ventures that then also refer 4. And so that would again be 20 total people added to the program. When you do, you then qualify for that car. Here's an example of some of those that have qualified, example of people. In fact, these folks are advertising. We're in advertising. Business owners. There's a mover. There's a United States Marine, construction worker, sales and marketing. This is a police officer. Here's a college student. It's amazing how many college students are qualifying for their BMWs and are driving them to class. Just absolutely staggering. In fact, World Ventures has 1 person per hour qualifying for the BMW all over the planet. Now, to wrap this thing up, the last part of this is you can earn a percentage of the product dues. This is what really excited me, because if I wanted to go out and I wanted to share this idea with others, I was very excited because I could profit from that idea. See, I have an iPhone and I tell everybody about my iPhone. The difference between World Ventures and Apple is that Apple does not cut me a check for referring people to their company. Well, if I do that, if I refer people to World Ventures, I earn a percentage of the product dues. And here's how it works. It's very simple. There's a 2-team bonus or 2-team building structure. You have a left team and a right team. And as you start adding people to your left team and your right team, what happens is very simple. You get what's called a cycle. Every time there are 3 added to your left team and 3 added to your right team, that's $200. So you may add all 3, or you may add 1 person that adds another. 3 left, 3 right, $200. Well, as this starts to grow and those folks start to share this idea with their friends, relatives, neighbors, co-workers, every time there are 3 people added to your left team and 3 people added to your right team, your business center again cycles for $200. 3 left, 3 right, $200. 3 left, 3 right, $200. This can happen maybe once a week, 2 times a week, 10 times a week. I've heard of it happening 100 times a week. 3 left, 3 right, $200. Now, as this starts to grow, it becomes potentially very lucrative. And as your team gets to the point where there's 30 customers on your left team and 30 customers on your right team, you start earning a small piece of all of those monthly fees that are being paid in your entire organization. Now, earning residual income is the one thing that all of us need to be taught. It's called mailbox money. Residual income comes, of course, in the mailbox. So that's what when I enrolled in World Ventures, that's the one thing that I wanted to create was residual income. It was a check that was coming in whether I was working or not. See, singers and songwriters, they sing a song one time and are paid for that song year after year after year after year. So I wanted to create a business structure that worked very similar to that, and that's what excited me so much about World Ventures. Now, every once in a while, someone will say, is this network marketing? You bet it is. In fact, network marketing, to me, is one of the most powerful forms of marketing in the world. In fact, so powerful that Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book about why they recommend network marketing. See, every once in a while, someone will say, well, Jeremy, my Uncle Bob or my broke brother-in-law, Joe, thinks that network marketing doesn't work. Well, unfortunately, they're just not educated enough in network marketing. See, Donald Trump actually owns those types of companies, and Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote one of the best-selling business books of all time, is a huge proponent of network marketing. And Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the history of the world, owns network marketing companies as well. So again, who are we taking advice from? Are we taking advice from credible sources or not credible sources? These are the guys that I choose to take advice from and read the books about. There are no guarantees regarding income. So if you do nothing, you will receive nothing. This is not a get-rich-quick anything. This is like any other business. If you want to put time and effort into it, it could pay you as though you did. Just like a gym membership. Just because you buy the membership doesn't mean you're skinny. You have to go in and do the work. Well, in World Ventures, if you choose to do the work, here is the income that you can create. The person sitting next to you right now will give you one of these right now. It's called our annual income disclosure statement. If you look on there, you can see the different ranks. The first rank I'd like to point out to you on the left-hand column, about halfway down, you see where it says senior representative. At that level, if you go over 3 columns, you can see the average income or the average commissions and override on an annual basis is $5,237. That is when you hit the level of 30 left and 30 right. You're earning about $400 to $500 per month. That really excited me because that was like, wow, if I could earn an extra $400 or $500 a month, that would take care of my car payment. I wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. To me, that was a huge source of financial peace. That's why I enrolled in World Ventures. Well, over time, that continues to grow and grow and grow and grow. I've actually hit the top rank in the company called International Marketing Director, where the average income is $556,000 per year. Well, that can happen. Again, for me, that happened in 2.5 years. What if it took 5 years? What if it took 10 years to create that kind of income? How would that change your life? And the great thing is, if you're seeing this from the person sitting next to you, their whole goal is to get you on this sheet wherever you choose to be, because you're not in business by yourself. You're now in business with a friend. So in 1 second, the person that invited you to see this is going to look to you and say, are you ready to get started? And if you're like me, you're like, yes, I'm ready to get started. Let's go. Well, here's the really cool part. The person that invited you here tonight is going to say, okay, great. You're going to get the very best spot on my team. And of course, this is a hypothetical example, but I'm going to show you what can potentially happen here. So you're going to take the very best spot on their team. Well, your friend is also going to show other people. Let's just say your friend is going to show a person named Bob. And tomorrow, Bob says, yes, I love what World Ventures also, so I'm going to jump in also. Great. So Bob comes in. Well, Bob is an influential person. He goes out and he starts sharing it with a few people. Bob goes out and shares it with his son, a coworker, maybe someone at church. Well, over time, a guy by the name of Jeremy comes into the business. Well, let's say Jeremy goes out and in his first 12 months, you can see there, puts in 1,000 members in the next 12 months. Well, all the volume created by Jeremy's business center tracks up through Bob's business center. And because you said yes first, it tracks up through yours as well, and you financially benefit from that. But every once in a while, someone will say, well, I need to go home and think about it. No problem. No sweat. You can certainly do that. But remember, we're still going to show Bob, and Bob is still going to enroll. Now, tomorrow you come back tomorrow night and say, hey, I'm ready to get started. No big deal. Great. We welcome you with open arms. But Bob said yes first. So Bob went ahead and grabbed that top position. You came in just after Bob. Doesn't seem like a lot, but Bob still goes out and still shares with a few people that still share with the exact same person named Jeremy. Well, Jeremy's team goes out and puts in 1,000 people in a year. Again, all of that volume, it still tracks up through Bob's business center. But because you waited potentially one day, you miss out on all of that volume. So again, hypothetical example, but I see it time and time and time again. So you should be aware of that. So just to recap, right now you can take the income disclosure statement, you can flip that over, and you're going to see this very page in front of you. So just a recap of the prices. On the right hand side, you can see where it says the Dream Trips Life product. It's $200 once and $55 a month. That's what it costs to do the membership. Awesome. If you choose and you want to become a representative, you can as well. It's $100 once and $11 a month. Some people do one, some people do the other, but most people do both. Whatever you choose is great. Remember the key. If you choose that you want to refer 4 people to the membership, we go ahead and waive your monthly fees. So at the end of this, I always ask people, and there's always 3 types of people. When I ask them, are you ready to get started? There's always 3 types, it seems to me. The first type is this. Yes, I'm ready to get started. Put me in. In fact, I was ready 20 minutes ago. Put me in the system right now. And if that's you, great. That's how I was. The second type of person typically says these 2 things. They say, well, I don't know if I have the time or I don't know if I have the money. Well, here's the reason that you're sitting here today. The reason that your friend invited you here today is because they wanted to get your time back. They wanted you to not ever have to say, I don't have the money. See, the reason your friend invited you here today is they wanted you to never have to say those words again. That's why you're sitting here today. So thank them and appreciate them for doing that. The third type of person, and the sharp one, the ones that really get what's going on here, this is what they say. I'm in, but how do I do it? Because I can't do a slideshow. I don't know enough yet. Well, here's how great World Ventures is. See the telephone number at the top right-hand corner of the sheet that was just given to you? You could take this sheet, walk out of the room right now, and you could put that sheet down in front of your friend. You could turn it around and you could have them call that number, and it's a 6-minute audio walking them through what you just saw. So you literally can do that right now. You could walk out of the room right now, set the pig down, and have someone else do all the work for you. That's how easy this can be. So the person sitting next to you right now is so excited that you're seeing this business because here's why. They want you to come with them. See, they're going to go all over the planet. They're going to experience these amazing events, these amazing things in their life, and they want you to come with you. They don't want to be the ones that are getting the Instagram or Facebook photo while you're on the beach. They want to be the one sitting next to you saying, you should be here. So thank you so much for taking the time. We'll see you on the beaches of the world.